this is Pat from, well, Mr. Rain from Rain Country Homestead, and we're putting this video together just to let everybody know that, well, when I put a video together, it's Mr. Rain, or if I make a comment on anybody's channel, it's Mr. Rain, but I'm Mr. Rain from Rain Country Homestead. And Mrs. Rain is my wife. And so, you know, I have a few subscribers, miraculously so, on my Mr. Rain channel. And the only reason I have Mr. Rain is for the is for commenting on other people's channels or getting involved with chats. It was confusing my wife to
and Danny and Wanda and everybody else.
it was causing turmoil. So so she banned me to my own channel.
I did.
So I couldn't hide behind her face anymore.
Yeah, like Palmetto Paratrooper said. Stop hiding behind your wife.
So anyway, we're putting this little video together to let everybody know to go and subscribe, like, to Rain Country Homestead's channel, where we're going to have all kinds of things from the quest to advancing towards financial independence, independence of relying on the grid.
Yeah, on public utilities and.
I know you can't get there completely and totally. We're going to be tied into these things for the rest of our lives, but our goal and our progression towards independence, we can see benefits and what do you want to call it? Advancements towards those goals. Eventually we'd like to have a larger piece of property off the grid, and we are collecting things and talents, skill sets from y'all, and just by studying and doing things ourselves to help augment our progression towards an independent lifestyle. As everybody well knows, wages are going up. Wages are pretty much staying the same, or and the price of a gallon of gas and a gallon of milk are all going up. Everything's going up. Packages are getting smaller. So we're not getting as much bang for our buck these days. So we're trying to develop skills to remanufacture, repair items in a disposable world that we live in.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna throw things together, incorporating with helping our kids, and so on and so forth. So when we started this journey, we didn't really expect to have anybody be interested in us, and we got people encouraging us to start a channel, more so on Heidi's end, for the health benefits and stuff like that, her sewing skills, her cooking, and different things. So she went ahead and plunged in. She goes, well, let's see, we both had a cup of coffee in the morning and said, well, what do you got to lose? Go ahead and start something up. And so she did, and we're really surprised and encouraged by all of the support that we've been getting. The whole thing, and it's just been a really cool community that we've been drawn into, and being able to share our lives with and share in the lives of others, and the knowledge base that's out there, and like-minded folks. So anyway, Heidi, you want to add anything to that? I keep rambling.
No, I think you pretty much said it all. So, yeah, just again, thank you for all those who subscribe to our channel, Rain Country Homestead, and have been, you know, liking everything and giving good feedback. I mean, that means a lot, the feedback. We may not always be able to comment back, and the busier we get and the more our channel grows, you know, you may not be able to see us commenting back as often as we'd like, but just know that we do read each and every comment, and we appreciate each and every comment. And anyway, so yeah, thank you.
If there's anything you guys might add to what you're wanting to see on our channel, let us know how we're doing, and maybe we can help to make things better. Just like you guys, we're hungry for knowledge, and we get on other people's channels, and we sometimes we go on a binge watch. Like, you know, in some of our comments, people will say, you know, I just found your channel and I'm binge watching your, you know, your content. And,
Yeah.
you know, that's pretty exciting, you know. So that's kind of what we want to be at. We want to share back, give back to what you guys have given to us, and the support that we're giving each other on that front.
Yeah, and so the other thing we wanted to say that I think he was getting to was, you know, any suggestions, things that you would like to see more of in our videos. You know, what type of instructional videos. I've got to currently have a crochet 101. I do still plan on getting to the prepping 101 series eventually. There's just been so much different things going on that I haven't had a chance to get to that. But yeah, any other suggestions of things you would like to see us doing? Because sometimes we just go about our day doing things and don't always think, hey, this would make a good video. So yeah, just suggestions would be great. That gives us more ideas and what you'd like to see, and yeah.
Well, that's the other thing too, is a lot of our videos aren't necessarily an instructional video. They're just videos that, you know, you're learning along with us. Some of the things that we do with the spinning wheel, that's going to be a new frontier for Heidi.
Yes.
You
Which
know,
I haven't had a
I've
chance
got
to do
kind of a
yet.
mechanical inclination, and you know, welding, fabricating, small engine repair, all those things I have kind of a jack of all trades approach to, but master of none. So when I take you on a journey, when I work on something, some of the stuff is new frontiers for me. It's just I might have a mechanical inclination towards different projects, and I've worked with wood for quite a while, most of my life, and you know, I've built things before, but I am in no way, small shape or form a licensed contractor that can zip something together real quick, you know. So a lot of my videos is just kind of like learning along with you, and a lot of the information I get is talking to others and looking at YouTube videos. And so again, we want to share back some of the knowledge that we've gained from YouTube and gained
Yes.
from others.
Exactly.
And we really appreciate the efforts that other channels have gone through in order to help us in our progression towards a more homesteadish-like lifestyle and in a road to independence. So I know it's really helped us out to really press forward and go in that direction. It's for every penny saved is a penny earned, and the more we save and the more overhead that we cut back on, the better off that we become. It's just more money in our pocket at the end of the month. And you know, as everybody knows, the economy is getting tighter, and we have to really hone those skills and, you know, preparing for the future. You know, in food stores or skill sets. So,
Skill sets especially, because, you know, food can run out, but you gotta learn how to grow your own food or raise your own food. And so skill sets are incredibly important. And when he was saying earlier about, you know, the prices of everything going up, well, your wages aren't increasing as that much. The percentage of the prices going up is so much higher than if any of you are even getting raises at all. They do not compensate for the increase in the cost of food and other goods. So it's just, we're gonna keep seeing this, you know, you're gonna have higher taxes all the time. And so finding ways that you can cut back and be more frugal are becoming incredibly more important by the day. So, you know, anything we can learn from you guys to become more frugal, and that we can teach you guys to become more frugal is valuable information. So anyway.
and we just want to have a lot of fun during this progression. You know, we want to have good times, so we're going to be throwing a few jokes in there. Some people don't know how to take me sometimes. I joke quite a bit.
Yes.
And so we want to have fun in our journey. We want you to have fun along with us. So with that being said, I just want to have that disclaimer in there too.
Yeah. Well, and being prepared for the worst that may come does not mean that we're living in fear and not having a good time while we're doing it. Because we really are having a good time. And no, we're not living in fear. A lot of people have that misconception that we're living in fear. And I think sometimes fear is a good motivator to get you on the right path. But once you get to where you have more understanding of things and better skill set, there's a peace that comes with it, and the fear is no longer there. Then you're just having a good time, and it becomes more of a hobby than anything, a hobby that pays off.
A challenge, you know, it's a motivation. You know, there's when you have a necessity, there's a drive, and when there's a drive, there's a progression forward. You know, I know there's a lot of people that make comments that, wow, we really appreciate what you guys are doing, and some people might even say, well, I wish I can do that. But I think the only thing limiting us as a general rule, I know this is very general, is the only thing that limits our progression forward is our ambition to do so.
And mindset.
And I know there's a lot of things, a lot of factors that keep people from doing certain things. There's physical attributes or financial attributes or even sometimes some mental attributes that might hinder, you know, some of our abilities to move ahead. But I think we can all do something in some form or fashion, whether it's buying an extra bag of beans a month and, you know, working on your food stores.
It shouldn't be intimidating.
Yeah, get your bills, try to get your bills, you know, work on your smallest bills and work up from there. And you'll be surprised at how much that can snowball over time. And you know, like I say, you know, if you get rid of those, if you can get rid of those bills, the smaller bills first, and just get rid of that debt, it's just unbelievable what you can do.
And
with
the freedom that you find when you finally reach that point where even if you just have one more debt and it's your house. When we got to the point where all we had was the house, even that was very liberating. And then we could focus so much attention on just paying off the house. And the more we did it, the more we put on it, the more exciting it became to see that principal dropping and dropping and dropping. And so then we'd find more ways to put more on there by cutting back and, you know, saving a little bit here and not doing that activity over there, just to pile it all onto the principal. And it's extremely liberating. I'd love everyone to be able to have that freedom. Financial freedom. And I think now more than ever, it is most important that you find that. And like I said, it doesn't have to be an intimidating task. Just start small. Like he said, focus on the small debts first. Get it, that little bag of beans and rice, and then build from there. Obviously, you don't want your food stores to be nothing but beans and rice. You would get food fatigue if that's what you had to survive on. But it's a place to start. Even if you live in an apartment on a very low income, there is still something you can do, even something as small as just getting on YouTube and learning some skills along with us and all the other great people out there that have these channels that can teach you something. It does not mean you have to have 50 acres and a big, or a small or big off-grid place.
It doesn't?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're kind of working towards, is getting a little bit more land. That's part of our journey moving forward, is to get ourselves set up equipment-wise, you know, as far as not having to have electricity and different things. We're merging the old technology with new technology in order to augment our progression forward. You know, having solar, you know, we will talk about solar, we're going to talk about rain collection, we're going to be talking about woodworking skills, we would talk about, you know, and Heidi's already got a lot in the way of eating healthy and frugally and gardening. Yeah, all these different
medicinal
things.
Herbs that you can grow that are easy to grow in your own garden, even if you just have a small place. Remember, we're only on 1/3 of an acre right now. Our whole place.
When we first started out, we were thinking we don't have enough land to do anything with, and it also takes a while to build that up. Her anniversary and her birthday are within a couple days of each other. Don't ask me which day they are. It's end of March.
Yeah, our anniversary and my birthday are right just 2 days apart.
So anyways, for her present that I brought her, you know, I have a 580 Super Rebaco case. I went and got her, what, 4
something like that.
yards of horse manure
I was
for the
so
garden.
excited.
And she was just, that was the best thing I could have got for her. But it's a mindset. And last year I brought her 5 yards. But anyway, it's a mindset. You know, we get, you know, we're kind of weird. We get excited about what this can do for us. You know, we don't get excited about going to, you know, Disneyland or anything like that. We get excited about, oh wow, we've reached another skill set. We've reached another milestone, and we've grown closer together as a result of our like-mindedness and working together on different things. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's kind of funny when you would much rather have a whole big pile of horse manure to put on your garden than a trip to Hawaii or anything like that. I mean, and that's the honest truth. I could care less about that.
She's hypnotized, guys. But anyway, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We have a lot of ground to cover. We have a lot of skill sets to hone still. But we are moving ahead, and I hope you guys are as excited as we are. And I know that from some of our comments that we've received from you guys in the past, you know, for instance, Heidi's treadle mill machine, sewing machine over there. You know, there's some people say, you know, I got my old grandma's old Singer, you know, and bringing it out of mothballs and starting to rekindle some desire to do some independent, you know, independent thinking and working with old school tools where you don't need electricity and modern technology to operate.
Yeah. So that, we noticed that some of the stuff that, all the really off-grid stuff is the stuff that's been getting a lot of people's attention. And, you know, and I would have never thought that people would be that interested in that, but it's been very cool to have the interest and the support, and it actually encourages us to keep pushing forward on that rather than just kind of stagnating and say, oh yeah, one of these days we're going to get this set up and start learning this skill. And with the interest that people have been showing us, it's really kind of been goading us in the rear to get moving on it. And so that's cool too. So it's,
Yeah, you guys kind of hold our feet to the fire.
yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
No
It's
kidding.
like when you're expecting something to come out like part 2 of whatever, it's like, I gotta get this done.
Yeah.
We got the whole world kind of looking at us saying, oh, when's part 2 coming out?
Which reminds me, there will be a laundry video coming with the new setup eventually. I have been doing a lot of laundry in it, and I'm really liking the setup. But there's still some tweaking that we got to do. I still got to find ways to keep from getting water all over the place. I mean, we pretty much got that down, but there's other little things that we're trying to figure out to make it more smooth and go quicker and all that kind of stuff. And I want to get that down before I do the video, but I don't mind talking about all the little learning lessons along the way. And we'll get into that. So just stay tuned, that will be coming.
So we're also wondering on our live chats, that seems to be a pretty popular thing for everybody. We really enjoy the live chats that we get involved with.
The interaction is so cool.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and then people acting. If you guys want to see some more of that kind of thing with us, let us know somehow. That's another thing I was wondering about, if people were interested in that kind of stuff. It seems,
More live shows?
yeah.
Is that what you're thinking?
Mm-hmm.
No, because, okay, that's not gonna work. Sorry, Cody was wanting attention. Yeah, if you guys would like to see another, that's maybe outside of the Homestead Network. Because our Thursday night shows are part of the Homestead Network, but we can still go out on our own and do some other ones if we can find the time. It doesn't even have to be a set day of the week all the time. It could just be a random thing. But if that is something you'd like to see, we can look at doing that.
Right.
So just let us know in a comment below this video what you think and what you'd like to see, or even in the community section on either one of our channels. So that'll work.
So this is Mr. Rain
And this is Mrs. Rain,
from
Rain Country Homestead, and this is Luna.
thanks for watching, and go see Rain Country Homestead's channel. You'll see some of my content on there.
Yeah, he's got a lot of good stuff.
Go ahead and feel free to subscribe and like on my channel if you'd like to. I got a handful of subscribers on there, and I do appreciate you.
I'm one of them.
Yes, Heidi is one of them. And so anyhow, I really appreciate you, and God bless.
Thanks for watching.